Welcome to Lift Stories with Vegas Paranormal. Have you guys noticed anything different yet? Anywho, so I'm going to continue with my story. So with that being said, this one. Oh my gosh. Ugh. So with this one, now I went to pick up the passenger, alright, and he, with Lyft, you can pin where we pick you up, okay? So if you want us to pick you up at a gym, you can pin that gym. This is for people that haven't taken Lyft or Uber and don't know how this works, okay? So when I pick you up, and you pin a gym, the app will literally take me to your exact pin, all right? Now, I got a message saying, I'm at the smoke shop. And I was like, why didn't you just change it, dude? Thinking to myself, why didn't you just change it? Okay? So I was like, whatever. I just drove to the smoke shop. And I was like, alright. So, according to the last video that you just saw, so I finally get a chance to get out of my car. Now I'm checking the latch to make sure that the latch isn't broken. I'm checking the back to make sure that it's automatic. So he walks up to the car and he's just looking at me all weird, and I was like, I'm just checking something from a previous ride. And he's like, alright, cool. So with that being said, he gets in my car and he starts shuffling stuff. And I started smelling food. And I said, sir, just so you know, I don't allow food in my car. Okay? So I'm going to show you this clip. Alright, I don't allow eating in my car.
I didn't do that. That's good.
So as you saw in the video, I was very polite and I said, I don't allow food in my car. Alright? And as you see, he's shuffling, he's putting it away. As you saw. This is where you need to learn how to pick your battles. Okay? When I say customers are petty, this is what I'm talking about. So, I was going to show you the clip where he was playing his volume on his phone really loud, but the audio was so distorted that I was like, yeah, I can't do that. It's so distorted, you're not going to be able to figure out anything in the video. So, he proceeded to play his volume very loud throughout the whole entire ride. And that was a 26-minute ride, okay? Now, I know how to tune things out when people are being obnoxious, a nuisance, whatever, because I do have kids, and I've learned in some cases just to tune them out when they're yelling, whatever, okay? So when it comes to that, I know how to tune it out. And I figured since I already said, hey, I don't allow food in the car, why make matters worse by, asking another thing, because, again, learn to pick your battles. And with him, with basically having the volume on his phone so loud, he wanted to get a reaction out of me. He didn't get one. So, riders, seriously, don't be a nuisance in people's cars. Seriously. Don't be a nuisance. Don't be disrespectful. Don't try to get a rise out of us, because most of us, we ignore you. We're just here to make our money and keep it moving. At least I am. I mean, from some of the riders that I have talked to, a lot of the drivers will argue back. Me, on the other hand, I just want to make my money and keep it moving. Okay? As I've stated before, I'm not about drama. I'm not about the chaos. I'm not about the nonsense. I'm here to make my money and keep it moving. But don't try to get a rise out of us because you're mad. Alright? I don't care if I told you not to eat food in my car. You don't know why I have that rule. Okay? On top of that, you don't know why other drivers have that rule either. Maybe someone had food and it was just so bad that they're like, nah. Okay, now in my Elantra, I allowed food. I allowed people to eat, and I allowed it, but they would make a mess almost every time I allowed it, to where I had to go to the car wash things where the vacuums are, and I'd had to vacuum out my car. And then people would start complaining. I'm sorry, I don't like it when people complain on my account, because that's one more nonsense thing I got to deal with. Okay, I like the thing go smooth. And seriously, with rideshare, why do people have to make it so difficult? Like, seriously, why do you have to make the ride so difficult? Why can't you just go with it? Like, is your mission in life to make other people miserable? Because in this case, you made yourself miserable because you acted like an ass. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got the information that you needed from it. And I'll see you in the next one.